Hi there, welcome back to the Alariss video series. My name is Eric and I'm a part of the marketing team here at Alariss. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking with you, the client or the potential client of Alariss, to talk about standards of best practice when hiring someone from the US. Let's get to it. In this stage of working with Alariss, you're considering bringing someone who's based in the US onto your team. With this, there are a couple of standards and regulations that we want to make you aware of to make the process as smooth sailing as possible for both yourself and us. As a company that is based in the US ourselves, it is paramount that we act accordingly to the laws and regulations that are set by the government and specifically the US Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, aka the EEOC. As you are likely watching this video either before or while you're in the midst of conversations with the team at Alariss, there are a few things that we want to make you aware of. Now, some of this may be new to you, and rightfully so. Most of our clients have never hired someone based in the US, and in turn, are not aware of the different policies that are put in place for a US-based company. And because of that, I'm here to shed some light on what those policies are, what they entail, and how it affects how we work together. So let's dive into it. Under the laws of the EEOC, it is illegal to discriminate against someone, in this case an employee, because of that person's race, color, religion, sex, including gender identity, sexual orientation and pregnancy, national origin, age, disability, or genetic information. The law forbids discrimination of any kind within employment. The reason why we bring this to your attention is because we believe that in other countries, managers and owners of companies and people who are hiring may not be aware of some of these precautions. We believe that this is important to communicate to you because there's a likelihood that you as an owner of a company, a hiring manager, or a leader may not be aware of some of the precautions that specifically are in place in the US context. And here are some specific examples of what we would encourage you to do as you move forward with working with us at Alariss. When you have initial conversations with an Alariss team member, in compliance with the EEOC, we ask that you don't try to target a potential employee's identity markers. An example of this would be avoiding saying something like, we want a young, hungry man to be a part of our business because we want to capitalize on sales in the US. The two violations there are asking for someone specifically who is young, aka under the age of 40, and asking for a man. In a request like that, that is a direct violation with the EEOC's laws, and that could get both of us in trouble. Another example would be not asking for someone from a specific racial or ethnic background. Now, this is also a good time to mention that as the United States population becomes increasingly more diverse, having people from all types of backgrounds, ethnically, racially, and so on and so forth, professional and sales-oriented practices are also becoming increasingly more diverse. And the typical model image of what we think is an American from years past, perhaps someone who is male or white, is not what we see nowadays. Now, although we don't make the rules at Alariss, we are enthusiastic to follow the anti-discrimination laws and efforts put in place to encourage a more diverse and equitable employment base. We are both protective and enthusiastic when it comes to complying with the EEOC. And we ask, as you continue your work with Alariss or decide to work with Alariss, that you do the same. Lastly, I'd like to end on the note that at Alariss, it is our job to bring on qualified candidates to you and to all of our clients and ensure that as we continue to have conversations with you and pair you up with someone who is based in the US, that they will be qualified, determined, and ready for the job. Because as we dive more into this world that is becoming increasingly more international and cross-border, the people of Alariss and the people whom we represent, candidates and yourself included, are similarly becoming more international. We hope you find this video helpful as we go about the onboarding process. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to the Alariss team member that you are in correspondence with. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.